Hello guys, welcome to another cooking video. Yes, the last one was so good I had to do another one. So today we'll be making this beautiful pot of egusi soup. I mean, look at it. Anyways, let's start. So the first thing on the list is to introduce the ingredients we'll be using, and then we have goat meat, we have our panla, because why not, we have our yellow pepper, we have our red pepper for spice, and flavor, we have our crayfish, we have our salt, we have our grinded egusi, we have our red oil, and we have our stockfish, because what is egusi without stockfish? Then we have our ugu and our uziza leaves. I mean, this just has a way of enhancing and changing the taste of your egusi soup. Do you get me? Like, by the time you are done with making your egusi soup, you will know that you have done something amazing. So let's just get right into the video. So in my pot, I have my washed goat meat, my stockfish, and I'm just going to season with a lot of onions. Yes, a lot of onions, because onions has a way of just enhancing your soup. Without onions in your egusi soup, I mean, what's that? So the next thing is to add your scotch bonnet, depending on how hot or spicy you like your food to be. I love pepper, and we love pepper in my house, so go in with the red pepper, and then we add the yellow pepper for heat as well and flavor. You can't go wrong with using yellow pepper. Yellow pepper enhances the flavor of your food. Then I add my crayfish to add that extra flavor into my meat, and I go in with my salt to season, just season to taste. I'll be adding a lot of water. That's why I'm adding all my seasoning right now, so that the meat does not become tasteless. And then I go in with my seasoning cube, and I don't use a lot. I just use like 2 cubes, and then I would adjust my taste as I progress in cooking. And then I will just add water there and fill it up to cover my stockfish, so that it can cook and marinate in all that juice and all that. Cover my pot and allow it to cook for, let's say, 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes we'll be back again. So this is what I do when my meat is boiling. I put my egusi in a bowl. I add in chopped onions or blended onions, because see, hey God, this that I'm doing here is what is going to change your egusi game. Adding your chopped onions. This is why I said earlier that egusi soup is not complete without onions. Add in crayfish and add water and mix this and set aside. This is going to make your egusi delicious. It's going to change your egusi game. If you are not making egusi like this, please try it. You will not regret it, because this is amazing. So now that I'm done mixing this, I will set it aside and then move to the next step. While my meat is boiling, I think it's soft enough, it's tender enough, so I go in with my oil. I add my red oil, and then I just give it a stir and cover and allow it to cook more, so that the oil can mix in with the meat stock and just harmonize before I add my egusi into it. So I'm just going to cover this and allow it to cook, so that it can blend in, the oils and everything can cook and they can mix together, and the oil won't have some kind of taste like that. So I think it has harmonized, it has blended together, it's beautiful, it tastes amazing. And at this point, I'm just going to be adding my egusi mix back into the pot. Yes, the egusi that I had mixed earlier, the egusi, the crayfish, and the onions with water. Yes, I'm going to be adding it back. And what this does is just going to give it time to slow cook with the broth that has been cooking for a while. So it's just going to mix, and then the oil is going to kind of fry the egusi as well. It's going to give it this nice texture, it's going to give it this beautiful flavor as well. So I'll just cover this and allow it to cook for a while. Like, allow it to cook for a while. When I came back, I realized that my mix was too thick, it was too thick, and it wasn't, it wasn't allowing the egusi to egusi, if you know what I mean. So I had to add a little bit of water to, make it less thick than it was. I didn't like the texture. It was giving, no, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So I had to add water to, adjust the texture to how I actually like it. So that's me adding water and then stirring it. At this point, you have to taste again to adjust any seasoning that is not there. If you need to add salt, if you need to add pepper, if you need to add crayfish, if you need to add just any spice. So after you add water, you need to taste. But mine was perfect. I didn't need to add anything else, and this is how it looked after I added water. So I'll go in with my uziza leaf, which is like the second to the last step, and then cover it, stir it, cover it, and allow it to cook a little bit more so that the egusi can suck out all that uziza flavor from it, and then just allow the leaf to steam a little bit, and then I'll just give this a stir and cover it and let it do its thing while I wash my ugu and prepare to add it back into the soup. So yeah, this is just me turning and turning. I was feeling myself at this point. I was just like, hey, my egusi is egusi. Yeah, so let's leave this for a bit, and then we'll be back to add our ugu. So this is like after 2 minutes or 3 minutes thereabouts. You can see my egusi has actually cooked. The oil has come up to the surface. That's how you know that your egusi is done. And then at this point, I'm just going in with my ugu leaves. Don't be selfish. This is pumpkin leaves. Don't be selfish. Add your pumpkin. Some people actually like a lot. Me, I just like it moderately. So this is me just stirring after I have put in my pumpkin leaves. That's ugu. And then just stirring it, giving it a good mix. My egusi looks amazing, and my kitchen smells amazing. So yeah, this is how it looks. Oh my god, I'm so happy to eat this. So I'm just going to cover this and allow the ugu to steam for a bit, and then I will be back again to show you how my egusi looks after 2 minutes. So this is after 2 minutes. I mean, you guys, this egusi, what will you guys be eating your egusi with? I think your egusi is probably done at this point, so you can take it off heat so that your pumpkin leaves don't, get darker and you don't overcook it. So yeah, this is my egusi. Very simple, very easy, and it is very delicious. Trust me, if you try this, please let me know, and let me know what you'll be pairing yours with. I'll be eating mine with gari because you guys, I'm talking too much. Let me just go and eat my food. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, have a lovely day. Bye.